All right, this meeting will now come to order. Today's meeting is being conducted by video teleconference, and we welcome those of you joining us via the meeting portal. I will now read the EPSB mission statement. The Educational Professional Standards Board, in full collaboration and cooperation with its education partners, promotes high levels of student achievement by establishing and enforcing rigorous professional standards for preparation, certification, and responsible and ethical behavior of all professional educators in Kentucky. Ms. Trueblood, please call the roll.
Amanda Ellis.
Amanda Ellis, present.
Susan Reaper. Scotty Collier. Elijah Edwards.
Elijah Edwards, present.
Kathy Gunn.
Kathy Gunn, present.
Priscilla Keller. Jacqueline Mayfield.
Jacqueline Mayfield, present.
Lori McKinn. Justin Mitchell.
Justin Mitchell, present.
Corinne Murphy.
Corinne Murphy, present.
Meredith Pittman.
Meredith Pittman, present.
Lisa Rosinsky.
Lisa Rosinsky, present.
Vice Chair Fryer.
CJ Fryer, present.
Chair Snell.
Amber Snell, present.
We have quorum.
Thank you. This afternoon, we have one consent item, the February 18th EPSB meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the February 18th EPSB meeting minutes?
Jacqueline Mayfield.
To approve.
I heard Ms. Mayfield first.
Second, Justin Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. The motion before the board is to approve the February 18th EPSB meeting minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Trueblood, please call the roll.
Amanda Ellis.
Amanda Ellis, yes.
Elijah Edwards.
Elijah Edwards, yes.
Kathy Gunn.
Kathy Gunn, yes.
Jacqueline Mayfield.
Jacqueline Mayfield, yes.
Justin Mitchell.
Justin Mitchell, yes.
Corinne Murphy.
Yes.
Meredith Pittman.
Meredith Pittman, yes.
Lisa Rosinsky.
Lisa Rosinsky, yes.
Vice Chair Fryer.
CJ Fryer, yes.
Chair Snell.
Amber Snell, yes. The motion passes. We also have one information item. Ms. Trueblood, could you provide us an update on the legislative session?
Yes. So I do apologize. Our Director of Government Relations, Brian Perry, had hoped to be with you all today and had planned to join you to provide you this update. And then the Senate Education Committee scheduled a special called meeting today at 3 o'clock. So Brian is over there at that. But I did want to give you a brief update on some of the bills that we had discussed previously that will impact the work of this board. Tomorrow is day 25 of the 30-day session, so we are almost there. Any of those more controversial bills, any that they are worried about the governor vetoing, will have to be passed out this week because the veto period is set to start on Saturday, and it will run until March 26th. And then following that, the General Assembly will come back for 2 days on March 27th and 28th, and we'll have to finish up any action to adjourn by midnight on the 28th. Following the session, KDE will be releasing guidance on all education bills. So stay tuned for that. We will be able to provide a more in-depth update on that in April. I'm also going to provide you with some links so that you can follow along with the session on these last few days, because what I tell you today is probably going to be outdated by tomorrow morning. Actually, as I was typing this update for you today, changes were made to it. So everything is moving very quickly. But one of the bills that we have been monitoring is Senate Bill 77. This was an act relating to the Education Professional Standards Board, which would amend the membership. That was one of the priorities that the board had mentioned, specifically around that private post-secondary member. This bill has already passed out of the House. It did get a House committee sub that does include that language to specify that the member could be the leader of the educator preparation program at one of the independent colleges. And so this has been assigned in the House to the House Post-Secondary Education Committee and is on the agenda for tomorrow's meeting. It has also had one reading on the House floor, so it does look like it has a strong chance of passing out before the session concludes. Also in the Senate, we see Senate Bill 181. This is an act relating to school employee and volunteer misconduct. This was filed by Senator Tishner. It was heard by the Senate Committee on Families and Children and has passed out of the Senate and is currently in the House, but has not yet been assigned to a House committee. This would really get at communication and requiring that communication between educators and students be through an approved traceable communication system. We have seen some updates to that language to allow it to be multiple, that districts can approve multiple communication systems, but it does have to have that traceable component to it. This would also require investigations by the EPSB when there are complaints received involving sexual contact, sexual misconduct, as soon as those complaints are received, but it would extend what we currently have as a 30-day limit to take action on those complaints. It would extend that to 120 days. So again, this has made it over to the House, but has not yet been assigned to a committee. The bill I was going to update you on was House Bill 36, which was Representative Tipton's misconduct bill that this board has seen the last 3 legislative sessions, and it's made it very close to the finish line. My previous update to you was going to be that it had not moved, and then about 30 minutes ago, it was added into House Bill 298 at the Senate Education Committee. So we have not seen the committee substitute that adds that into that bill. The original provisions of that bill deal with schools identified for comprehensive support and improvement, but I did listen to Representative Tipton's testimony on that, confirming that the committee sub does contain the provisions of House Bill 36, or are very similar to what those current provisions are. And so this has already passed out of the House and is in the Senate, and it has now passed out of the Senate Education Committee. So it does have some pretty good momentum behind it as well.
What was that bill number?
House Bill 298.
Thank you.
House Bill 251. This was an act relating to the evaluation of educator preparation programs. These are some pretty straightforward changes as part of the literacy and numeracy efforts the last few sessions, where we have seen the requirements around the evaluation of educator preparation programs, some statutory language that mentioned the Council for Post-Secondary in cooperation with EPSB shall do the evaluations and report on the educator preparation programs, and it changes that to say the Education Professional Standards Board, in cooperation with the Council for Post-Secondary Education, shall report to the external evaluator, and then shall also report to the Legislative Research Commission. And it changes those reports to the legislature to every 3 years. So that bill has passed out of the Senate Education Committee. It's passed out of the House, and it has 2 readings on the Senate floor. So we're likely to see that one posted for passage this week as well. House Bill 263 is an act relating to teacher scholarships. It has the language in it regarding the student teacher stipend program, allowing those payments to be made directly to student teachers, not to have to go through the institutions. And then also make some changes to the teacher scholarship to remove expected family income, Kia was at the table with this bill and in support of it as well. And I apologize. It also allows the student teacher stipend to go to those that are student teaching in a, sorry, I have too many notes here that are floating around. It made these changes to the student teacher stipend program as well. And then House Bill 324 is an act relating to educators. This is the bill on the praxis. This one moved pretty quickly last week. It is still in the House, and what it would do is remove the requirement for certification assessments from the board. So the EPSB would not be able to require assessments before issuing a teaching certificate. And then it would allow local districts to select assessments for certified positions. This did not go before the Education Committee. It went before the Licensing, Occupations, and Administrative Regulation Committee. It has had 2 readings on the House floor and was posted for passage on Friday. However, it did not pass on Friday. It has been retained over and is still in the House. So we are continuing to monitor that one as well. And those are the main bills that we had discussed at the February meeting that we have seen some action on during this session. Are there any questions? As I said, I will also provide you with some links to be able to follow along with the committees and the legislative calendar for these last 5 days.
Well, I appreciated Justin's post. I thought it was very instructive as to some of the challenges that we would see in implementing. Is it 334? I don't know. So many numbers.
324.
324, sorry. So I think that one is definitely concerning from an EPP perspective. We would have a hard time managing, wrangling what certification and undergraduate degrees really mean without the information from this board and the guidance from this board as to what those standards should be. And so I think I would encourage everyone from their own perspectives to share the implications of that work. I also do think that there's some implications for some other licensing boards on here, because if we were to forego our responsibility towards setting those testing standards, the same could be said for other boards in the state, and that's dangerous across a number of sectors. So.
Agreed, Dr. Murphy. Does anybody have any other questions? Thank you, Ms. Trueblood. All right. Hearing none. At this time, we are ready to go into closed session pursuant to KRS 61810(1)C and J to conduct a character and fitness review and to review potential actions relating to complaints and reports. The board will also review pending litigation. I will need a motion to go into closed session.
Jacqueline Mayfield, I make the motion to go into closed session.
Thank you, Ms. Mayfield. Do I have a second?
Lisa Rosinski, I'll second.
Thank you, Captain Rosinski. The motion before the board is a motion to go into closed session. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Trueblood, please call the roll.
Amanda Ellis,
Yes.
Elijah Edwards,
Elijah Edwards, yes.
Kathy Gunn,
Kathy Gunn, yes.
Jacqueline Mayfield,
Jacqueline Mayfield, yes.
Justin Mitchell,
Justin Mitchell, yes.
Corinne Murphy,
Corinne Murphy, yes.
Meredith Pittman,
Meredith Pittman, yes.
Lisa Rosinski,
Lisa Rosinski, yes.
Vice Chair Fryer,
CJ Fryer, yes.
Chair Snell,
Amber Snell, yes. Motion passes. We are now in closed session. At this time, I will need a motion to go into open session.
I'll make a motion to go back into open session.
Thank you, Captain Rosinski. Do I have a second?
Second, Amanda.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. The motion before the board is a motion to go back into open session. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Trueblood, please call the roll.
Amanda Ellis,
Amanda Ellis, yes to all.
Elijah Edwards,
Elijah Edwards, yes to all.
Kathy Gunn,
Kathy Gunn, I recuse myself on agreed order number 1 and yes to all.
Hold on, Kathy. Just roll call for the regular meeting. Or to
Oh,
go
my
back.
bad.
Back into session. I did that wrong. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Yes, this is the motion that was made by Captain Rosinski to return to open session, seconded by Dr. Ellis. And so,
Sorry.
Ms. Gunn, what is your vote on that?
Yes,
Thank you.
quickly.
Jacqueline Mayfield,
Yes.
Justin Mitchell,
Justin Mitchell, yes.
Corinne Murphy,
Yes, Corinne Murphy.
Meredith Pittman,
Meredith Pittman, yes.
Lisa Rosinski,
Lisa Rudzinski, yes.
Vice Chair Fryer,
CJ Fryer, yes.
Chair Snell.
Amber Snell, yes. All right, voting is complete. We are now back in open session. At this time, we will vote on those items discussed during the closed session. For character and fitness, 1 and 2, approve. Substitute character and fitness, 1 and 2, approve. Number 3, deny. 4 through 13, approve. For agreed orders, accept all. For educator cases, 1 through 4, further investigation. 5 and 6, approve PRC agreed order. Number 7, dismiss with prejudice. Number 8 through 18, further investigation. Number 19, dismiss with prejudice. Number 20, defer for training, OEA training. Number 21 and 22, dismiss with prejudice. Number 24 through 27, further investigation. Number 28, defer for training, admin code training. Number 29, dismiss with prejudice. Number 30 through 32, further investigation. 33 through 36, dismiss with prejudice. And 37, 38, and 39, initiate hearing.
Chair Snell, can you please indicate that case 23 is a dismiss with prejudice?
Yes.
Thank
Case
you.
23, dismiss with prejudice.
Amanda Ellis,
Amanda Ellis, yes to all.
Elijah Edwards,
Elijah Edwards, yes to all.
Kathy Gunn,
Sorry. Kathy Gunn, I recuse myself on agreed order number 1, yes to all others.
Jacqueline Mayfield,
I recuse myself on agreed order number 1 and yes on all the other.
Justin Mitchell,
Justin Mitchell, yes to all.
Corinne Murphy,
Corinne Murphy, yes to all.
Meredith Pittman,
Meredith Pittman, yes to all.
Lisa Rosinski,
Lisa Rudzinski, recuse on educator cases number 8 and number 9, yes to the rest.
Vice Chair Fryer,
CJ Fryer, yes to all.
Chair Snell.
Amber Snell, recuse myself on educator case 6. Yes to all. Our voting is complete on that. Our next board meeting is scheduled for March 31st. At this time, I will need a motion to adjourn.
Elijah Edwards, motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Do I have a second?
Second, this is Amanda.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. The motion before the board is to adjourn. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Trueblood, please call the roll.
Amanda Ellis,
Amanda Ellis, yes.
Elijah Edwards,
Elijah Edwards, yes.
Kathy Gunn,
Kathy Gunn, yes.
Jacqueline Mayfield,
Jacqueline Mayfield, yes.
Justin Mitchell,
Justin Mitchell, yes.
Corinne Murphy,
Corinne Murphy, yes.
Meredith Pittman,
Meredith Pittman, yes.
Lisa Rosinski,
Lisa Rodzinski, yes.
Vice Chair Fryer,
CJ Fryer, yes.
Chair Snell.
Amber Snell, yes. Voting is complete. We are now adjourned.